Hey guys, welcome back to Guitars and Games. I'm going to do a review now on the Harley Benton CST-24 Deluxe. And there's some things I like about it and some things I don't. So thanks for checking the video out and let's get going. Okay, so I picked this guitar up again from Thomann website, and after taking it out of the box and playing with it for a week or so, it's kind of grown on me more than when I first opened it. Getting it out of the box the first time, I wasn't really impressed with the playability of it or the pickups, but after kind of tinkering with it a little bit and messing with some settings on my amp and my practice amp and fiddling with the truss rod and everything, it's kind of grown on me for what it is. When you buy a guitar like this, you kind of have to go into it thinking that you're not buying the Rolls Royce of guitars, and you're not buying even something like in the Epiphone range. This is a guitar that cost $182 to build and ship to my house. That's insane. So what can you expect for a guitar that costs $185? So we'll kind of go over that right now. It is a multiple piece body. I want to say it's a 3-piece mahogany body and at least a 2-piece mahogany neck. It's got a scarf joint in there. I think it's a 3-piece because there is a part glued onto the bottom here. Now, to me, that doesn't really matter. The glue, it's going to be just as strong as if it was 1-piece wood. It doesn't really matter. And there's tons of videos on the internet and YouTube about, does it matter if you've got 2-piece, 3-piece, or 1-piece body, neck, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter to me. When I plug it into my amp, I really couldn't tell. There are 100 other things with this guitar that's going to cause more of a difference in sound than if it's a 2-piece or 1-piece body, whatever. But it does seem to be a 3-piece neck. It is the Rose Acer fretboard, which this is the first guitar I have that is actually the maple, the thermally treated maple neck and or fretboard, and I honestly, it doesn't feel that bad. It really does. It doesn't feel like rosewood to me, but it doesn't feel bad. So it's what it is. A couple of things that I like about this guitar. The price is actually pretty nice. I like this tailpiece. It's the first guitar I've had that has this it's the bridge and the tailpiece all together in one go, and it works pretty well actually. I was kind of worried about the intonation. That's really not a lot of room for adjustment with it, but the guitar is intonated just fine. So it doesn't matter to me. The sound of the pickups, you really have to back off the volume or else it gets muddy. At least with my amp, and I've got a pretty high gain amp, but even on the quote unquote clean channel on this 5153, putting it on the clean channel and backing off the volume, to about 75%, it's still kind of muddy, but it's not bad. Now the thing where these things shine, it's got a coil tap on it, so you got one volume, one tone with a coil tap. Putting that thing in the middle position with the coil tap, I had a comment on one of my other videos on the unboxing of this and told me to try that out, and it is, ooh yeah, I see what he's going with there. It's Strat-esque. It's not the full single tone or single coil, but it reminds me of like a P90 is kind of what it is. So yeah, the pickups are what they are. You back off the volume, you get early rock, 70s rock stuff on it. It sounds good. If you're going to do anything metally, it's not really, these pickups aren't really going to work for you there. As far as the body goes, this guitar is heavy. Like, it is super heavy. I couldn't imagine playing this on stage. Sitting down, it's not a big deal, but man, is it heavy. Yeah, so there's that. The fit and finish on the guitar, it's okay. Again, for $185, there's gonna be little things wrong with it. I can tell on the edge of the fretboard here that it's kind of been scraped on the binding and it's not really finished right. There's some bleeding on here. There's little nicks and stuff underneath the finish in the wood. There's some parts here where they patch the wood under the finish and just decided to go ahead and ascend. With that being said, again, for $185, what do you expect? It's kind of what I expected. So I'm okay with that. Not a big deal. The fretboard, I'd kind of let the guitar sit for a week or so. Again, adjusting the truss rod. You really do want to let that set a couple days after you make an adjustment for the strings and the wood to kind of adjust to what the truss rod's doing. So I kind of got it in a playable zone for me. It's still not as low as I'd like, but it's still not bad. It's playable for me. I can get chords with it, and it's not buzzing too awful bad for me. So there's that. I don't know, to be honest with you. There's probably some unlevel frets, so it probably does need a level and a crown and finish on that. But at this point, this is just right out of the box, so that's okay. It's playable. The nut I'm pretty sure it's a Graphtec nut on there. The nut's okay. There's a little space on the high E side of the slot for it. Not a big deal. It's cut fine. I don't really feel there's no real intonation problems bending super hard and then going back into tune, so that's not a problem. The tuners on this thing, I will say though, are trash. They are garbage. They don't. You can turn it half a turn, a quarter turn, and it doesn't turn. It's not that it's binding at the nut or anywhere. It's the string does not move. It does not intonate when you turn some of them. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer on that. So yeah. But all in all, for $185, it's not bad. It works. I would say I would take this over several Squiers. The Squier Affinity and Squier Bullet. No. This is way more guitar than those pieces of junk. This actually is not bad for the price again. So, I'm not going to nitpick on it. There's other things that are kind of here nor there, just all little finish flaws. But you kind of expect that stuff. So that's kind of what I saw out of the box with it. Just like it's the only adjustments that I've done with this has been truss adjustments just so I can play it. But other than that, nothing else has been done to it. Let's go ahead and check out some sounds with it. All right, so we'll start with the neck pickup, and this is through the kind of clean channel. I'm going to turn the gain way down. And just the neck pickup here. And we'll do both pickups here. All right, and let's go with the bridge. Alright, and let's go back to the neck, but I'm going to coil tap it. So pulling out the tone knob, give you a coil tap. Go to the middle pickup, it's both, or sorry, the middle position, it's both. Alright, and we'll go to the bridge pickup with coil tap, coil split. Alright, that's that. Let's go switch on some gain and check out some of the heavy tones. So this is the neck pickup. And we'll do both here on the middle position. Go back down to the bridge here. Alright, and let's go back up to the neck and I'll coil split it. And go in the middle position. So that's basic tones out of the CST-24 Deluxe. So, the CTS, man, why do I keep saying CTS? The CST-24 Deluxe guitar is, I don't know, it's an entry-level guitar, is what I would call it. Now, does it make a good modding platform? I don't know. That's one of the things I'm probably going to find out. These Roswell pickups for me don't really work for me. They're okay, but it's something that, I don't know. I'll just have to see what's out there and see if I might look upgraded. I don't know. Just depends. Again, it's one of those things that, you don't want to buy a guitar that costs under $200 and then spend $200 on the pickups. It just doesn't make sense to do. So, whatever. Not really gonna probably do that, but it's one of the guitars that I'll pick up every once in a while. It's hard for me with my PRS 24 SE that I have that I really love playing. But this thing is a beast. It is heavy. It's nice to just kind of pick up and mess around on and noodle on. And it's something that if you're gonna go gig and you just want a rock machine that does that classic rock tone but looks like a PRS, this will do it. I promise. This will do it. Just back off that volume a little bit when you turn some filth on it, and you're good. Would I buy this guitar again? I don't know. Maybe. This is the one without the trim. This has got the hardtail because I didn't want to deal with any more tuning stability issues than I absolutely had to deal with. And so far, this thing stays in tune perfectly fine. So no quarrels there. If you can deal with the little high action for me, again, that's just player preference. That's nothing to say that I would give this. I'm not going to knock this guitar for having high action on playable action. That's just stupid. That's just personal preference. For the fit and finish, it's a C. It really is. There's flaws with this guitar, but that doesn't discount the playability of it. It plays just fine. The fret ends feel perfectly fine. For a guitar in this price range to have frets that don't cut your fingers to pieces is crazy. And it feels great. So, with that being said, it's a pretty good entry-level guitar to get. The heck with the Squires. I'm telling you, you'll like this ahead of that Squire. You will. You get the humbucking tones, and you get the coil split. It's not a true single coil sound. It's more of a B90 sound. B-split that coil or coil tap, or whatever you want to call it. I know they're different. I'm just saying I can't remember what it says on the stat sheet on this thing, but I think it's coil split. So you split the coil there, and it sounds like a P90. It's a little bit darker than a single coil. But it sounds great in the middle position. You'll love it. I'm telling you, it sounds great. It's an okay guitar. Hopefully this helps you out. Leave in the comments section what you like about the guitar, if you've got one, what you did to it. Some of the problems that I've had with that high action. If you've got any suggestions on that, other than moving the bridge down lower, I don't know if that's going to help me at all. But I'm curious to see what you guys think about them. I think it's a great guitar for the price. Couldn't ask for more. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.